Hey guys, this is Starry from StarrySky Gaming, and welcome to this electric overburst loadout build and rotation video. So this video is going to be showing you the loadout I used for electric burst damage. I'm going to be showing you the weapon mastery skill point build, and I'll be showing you the rotation on the sparring target. Now this loadout can be used for melee and for ranged, so it covers both areas, and personally it's just, as I said, it's burst damage. Okay, so let's get started and go straight to the PowerPoints. So, in the voltage tree I have PowerPoint and Tesla Blast, Wired, Electro Burst, Arc Lightning, Tesla Ball. In the amperage tree, Repulse, Overcharge, Circuit Breaker, Spark Barrage, Flux, Static Push. The Iconics, Tactical Genius, Weapons Expert, Powerful Resistance, and Robot Psychic. Okay, so now to loadouts. So, from left to right we have Overcharge, Tesla Ball, Static Push, Wired, Robot Psychic, and our 35% Supercharge. Now the reason why this loadout is particularly good for us is because I used this loadout in my very first video I did, and I found it does a lot of burst damage. What we do is we do Overcharge, clipped with Wired. Now the reason why Overcharge is in this loadout for us is because we will apply it to an ad, which we know has big HP, or a boss. And when we're doing like a weapon masteries followed by a static push and detestable, we're going to be charging this up. So instead of just doing instant damage, what it's going to do is going to charge up, and then it's going to do burst AoE damage to itself and to anything near it. Now this Overcharge does do more damage to stuff that is polarized. Static push, polarized stuff, AoE damage. And Overcharge does like 3 or 4 hits of close range AoE, which can crit for over 1,000 each. So it's very, very good damage, especially on a boss. And then this is just pretty much going to be used straight off the static push for more AoE burst damage. Now, you can think of this as like a burst dot. Always doing damage, big area. And this can crit as well on anything up to 1,000, anything that's electrified. That's where we've got Wired in 4, might increase, crit percent chance. Robot Psychic, does a nice lot, it's like a permanent dot. Circuit Breaker, this just increases, it gives us crit chance, critical attack damage, control immunity, so we don't get stunned, knocked down, so we're able to DPS and we get some HP back from it. Plus from anything that is close to us when we pop the supercharge, it gets polarized. So it's also good for overcharge, you know. So overall it works really well together, it's a nice loadout. Right, okay, so the weapon mastery build I'm using for this is the one-handed. Sorry, not the one-handed, it's the hand blaster. Now, particularly why I'm using hand blasters for is because it's got good melee and it's got really good range AoE, so it covers both areas without having to use a couple of weapon masteries, or lacking in the early areas. So in the flight tree, I just put a skill point in the flight movement. Now, I don't need my resistances because the supercharge gives me immunity, and to be honest, I don't really get knocked around that much unless I'm going melee. But then we can break out straight away now. Since they changed the breakout from any hard stuns, we can break out straight away. And also, I'm hardly ever out of power, as I always have power spare, so I just don't need the recoveries to get any power back from breakouts. So I only put the one skill point in my movement. Okay, so to set up our masteries for hand blasters, we need to spend 20 skill points and get the attacks listed in the top right corner, or simply 4 down the middle, 2 on the left. Got my DPS and 8s. Got my health, put some in dominance. Now the reason why I put some in dominance, for the people thinking, why did you put it in dominance? I put some in dominance for because of when it comes to solo and duo content, if I have a little bit more dominance, then when it comes to me stunning or knocking things, which you know some of the skills can do, then if I can stun them and knock them down, that means they're not attacking me and they can die quicker. It's just nice to have a little bit of control of them. Now the dominance I will have does not affect anything in alerts or dominant or raids because I just don't have enough dominance. The dominance will only come into effect when you're using solos and duo content because they literally have no resistance against it. Okay, so 4 in the middle, 2 on the left, DPS and 8s, HP, dominance, unlock the weapon mastery. And then we need to go into bow. Do the same again, 20 skill points, get the attacks listed in the top right, or simply 5 down the middle, 2 on the left, DPS and 8s, got my HP, and that was enough to unlock the mastery. Then we go into brawling. 5 down the middle. Or sorry, spend 20 skill points and get the attacks listed up here again. Or simply 5 down the middle, 1 on the right. DPS innate, HP, dominance. Unlock the mastery. Then we go back to hand blasters. And Haymaker. Absolutely love Haymaker. Does so much damage in its AoE. Explosive shot, nice AoE damage. Does hit really, really hard. So then that's all of our masteries set up. So then what we want to do is we want to go through all of the trees that we haven't covered with our weapon masteries, and we want to get all the criticals, which means critical attack chance, critical attack damage. So we go from dual pistols all the way down to two-handed, and we go down the middle, and we get all our criticals. But when doing this, please remember to make sure you start in the trees which have critical attack chance. I'm just quickly showing you what I mean by going down the middle and getting all of the critical attack chance and damage. So as you can see, like rifle has critical attack chance, so you'd get like rifle first, and other ones which have critical attack chance, and then you get the critical attack damage. Alright, so then that would be my masteries, mastery combos, crit setup. Then what we do is we go back to hand blasters, bow, brawling, and we go and get the big juicy 25 and 8. So 25 and 8s from there. Sorry, plus 25 and 8s I mean. Plus 25 and 8s from bow. And finally in brawling, plus 25 and 8s. Alright. So then what we want to do is, even though we're electric, weapon mastery does so much damage. It's where our biggest burst damage will come from. And so we want to prioritize the precision in the second row at the bottom of the trees. So what we're going to do is we're going to build into trees with the precision on the second row at the bottom. So like dual pistols, precision on the second row. So literally it would get the precision. Then we want to spend 20 skill points in total really to get unlocked the innate. So we're not unlocking the mastery, we're unlocking the innates at the bottom. So we can spend 20 skill points and we want to. But obviously I've got my criticals already. I want the DPS innate. So I've got the HP, 2 in dominance, which then was enough to unlock the DPS innate at the bottom. And then I think one-handed is next. Yep. So then it would be precision there. I got the HP. I'm working on the dominance. Then when I get, as you can see, I started working on there. Right now, skill points. This character has 162. So when I get more, I'll max this out, and then I will go into rifle. Same again. Precision, health, dominance. If I need to spend any more, I will do. Probably put in something like resto or something. But that's if I need to spend more to unlock the innate. Then I'll get the plus 25 there. And I think the last precision innate is, yep, in staff. So precision, dominance, health. If I need to, defense, and then unlock the innate at the bottom. And then I would go, once I've built all the skill points as I just shown you, then I would start working on the might in the second row at the bottom. So that'd be two-handed, shield, martial arts, dual wield, and then that would be it. All of the innates covered. Okay, so let's get to the rotation. Okay, so let's start with range first. Okay, so summon Rebel Psychic for my permanent DOT, and then let's hit Sparring Targets, get some power. Right, let's put my Atlantean Trinket. Okay, so simply come up to a group of ads or a boss, overcharge, clip to wired, weapon mastery, static push into Tesla Ball. As you saw, Tesla Ball just create over 1k then, and it does such a big area. It was well, overcharge is charging up as well. It probably won't explode because I haven't been hitting it. I wonder if it will. Nope, it didn't. So as you can see, overcharge, you have to constantly use your skills to charge up, and then when it explodes it will do a lot of instant AoE damage. Now the AoE damage on overcharge is not very big. It literally, it will only take damage if your target, well, if enemies are right next to it. So if I put overcharge in this one, charging it up, if an enemy is exactly where I am, the enemy will take damage, but if the enemy is like standing over here, it won't. But that's why we try and target the ads with like big HP for. It's still very good, that's why we clip it for at the beginning, just so we can get it charging up to try and get it exploding as quick as possible. But it's most effective when it comes to bosses because they have a lot of HP, you get a lot of explosions off, and it just does a lot of damage. Okay, so It's a simple rotation as you saw, but let's put the whole thing together maybe a couple of times and see what it looks like. Okay, so let's put my trinket, overcharge, clip to wired, weapon mastery, static push, into testable, static push, and then repeat all over again. Oops, my bad. I pressed wired again. Okay, let's hope this person doesn't stand here. Okay, so let's go over to spar and target. Okay, let's put the rotation together a couple of times. Okay, so overcharge, clipped wired, weapon mastery. And this person I think is coming over again. Yep, let's go back over to the other spar and target. Can't wait till league layers come out. So, overcharge with wired, weapon mastery, static push, testable, weapon mastery, static push, need more power. So then after static push, so then another overcharge, clip the wired, and then into weapon mastery, static push, testable, and then weapon mastery, static push, and then by the time that's done, we go into overcharge, clip to wide, and repeat. Simple, not a lot of damage. Okay, so for the melee, it's literally exactly the same thing. We go in with, well, let's wait till overcharge. Let's wait till, sorry, wide is finished. Okay, so literally, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to pop our trinket. We're going to use overcharge, clip to wired, do our melee weapon mastery, static push, testable, weapon mastery, static push, wow, 6.1k, and then overcharge, clip to wired, into another static push, with testable, and then weapon mastery, static push, and then, that's okay, so then when my supercharge ready, let's buff up and see what I can get out of it. Huh. It didn't even want to do then the weapon mastery. So 5.4k, not too bad. Okay. Nice, 5.2k. 5.7. Got a 1k crit from 5.2. Nice. Get some really good damage. So as you can see, let's see if it explodes. Yeah. Fortunately, the sparring targets are buggy and don't show up the damage, but you kind of get the idea. You're seeing a lot of burst damage. I even hit over 6k with static push, and Tesla Ball has crit over 1,000 a couple of times. Now imagine what it's going to do on a big area with a big group of ads. Nice burst damage. So anyway, guys. Let me know what you think of this loadout, give it a try. If there's anything that you possibly could work better, please let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. I really do like this loadout and I'm hoping you will enjoy it as much as I do. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this, and until next time, I will see you then.